the Google Ads tutorial, the Gold Miner Edition. So what is it? See, I'm a big fan of watching reality programs, especially where you've got gold miners that are searching for gold. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take that information and compare it to Google Ads, because it's actually quite similar. Hey, my name's Paul Easton. I've been in the digital marketing space for over 15 years, and I help Google advertisers get more leads and increase their bottom line. So let's get into it. What is it? Stage one. Stage one is what I call the equipment stage. And you'll see lots of videos about the equipment stage because it's easy to follow. It's the easy part. Setting up the account, choosing keywords, settings, is just the easy part. And like this big machine, what you're doing is you're outlaying money to generate this machine on the right hand side here, which shows you how things should be put together. And once you've got this, you think, yes, I'm set, but actually you're only just getting started. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think that the key part is this part. But we're going to walk through and I'm going to tell you what actually takes to be successful running Google Ads. And I've run them for anything from $300 a month to $25,000 a month. And the principles are the same. They're just different dollar amounts. So let's get into the next part. The search. So you're in the process of searching, just like these guys are on the right hand side here. They've got the machine, they're digging, they think they're going to find everything, they're optimistic, and I'll tell you what happens. A lot of action happens here. And then comes stage 3, despair. This wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. My keywords aren't working, they're not converting, they're not it's not working like I should, there's not enough search, there's all these other different things come up in despair stage. Google Ads doesn't work for my industry. That comes up a lot. I'll tell you right now, just about any industry is using Google Ads, and if you see ads for them online, they're using them. So that's a simple fact, is that can work. But actually most people quit at this point. That's why I'm comparing it to a gold search, because that's what it is. On the left hand side there, you've got a huge pile of dirt where you've already started digging and you've got come to despair. And this is you on the right hand side. You're actually just starting. You've dug, and that gold, which is just out of your reach, is still available and still there. But it's going to take a different approach. And that's what we're going to go into a bit more. So this is what it really looks like. And you'll see here that you've got lots of little cartoon men who are digging in different places, all over the place. And you can see you've got spread effort in lots of different places. Where is this gold? This gold meaning, where can I find it? And this is what it looks like in a Google Ads account. So I'll use the example of a builder here. A builder has all these different services he can provide. He can be a deck builder, he can do renovations, he can do a bathroom build, he can do a room repair, restoration, he can add a new room. There's lots of opportunity. But where is this gold? But the gold is only really in one place. That's what I mean here. So instead of, I see this, a lot of companies do this. They go after a wide range of skills. And what happens is they don't get enough people through. They don't get enough people through to the website to get any pieces of gold. And then you might get a little piece of gold just on the right hand side there. And all of a sudden you've got an understanding of what you should do moving forward. It's a principle of focus and working on those things that you can actually focus on. And I remember dealing with a company, a building company, who said he needed to keep his team busy. He said, we can knock up a deck really easy, and that's decent money. But his goal was to keep his team employed. So when he had the bigger jobs, he still had them. So that's what I've done here. I've said, okay, you've got a lot of options you can. Go down the path of a deck building company. Even more so, a deck building service, which has come out of that big pile of dirt, right? The keywords could be considered dirt that you've gone through and found nothing in it. But in there, we've got a deck building service, and that may have got that little gold you're after, and giving you some hope that this stuff actually works. So when you found out, deck building service as a search term, and that's what's bringing you lots of business, then you go deep and you keep following it down. And what I mean by here is the key is in the data. And then you've got custom landing pages. So you create landing pages that reflect the ads, and you're going from an ad that talks about deck building service to a page that talks about how great you are, deck building service provider, how you've done this decks for John Jones here and this customer here, and the service will be easy and it'll be simple, and people will clean up after themselves. All those different value points of your business that is focusing on that. The next part is to add in phone tracking. Phone tracking is a piece of gold which people don't really talk about. If you can also track the phone calls and where they come from, and use a free calling number to try and increase your chances, you've got much more chance of mining more of that gold, because you're picking more up in a slightly different way, but you're still digging in the same place. Then from the data you can go, which day of the week is bringing you most business? Let's say, for example, you notice that there's almost no search volume on the weekends. Great, you can turn the actual search off for the weekends and have it through the week. Then you can spend that budget on more focused point. You've looked at what the data says, you can find out what the data says, and you can focus down. That's what I've got, day of the week. Sometimes some days of the week can be better than others. They can produce more leads, but you won't get this until you have the data. So you've done that digging to get the data out. Location, where does it come from? Time of the day, when do the leads come through? When do you get the most phone calls? All this data will result in your next step. Right, once you've got it working, once you're focused right down on where that gold is in a deck building service, for example, you can spend your money where it works only and turn off everything else. And you can increase your daily spend because you've already worked out that this amount of leads will come through. I convert X amount of leads into sales that work this amount of money, and it works. Then you increase your daily spend. Now, keeping up, then you don't want to increase your cost per click, the amount you're paying per click. You just want to be right across that day, all day, with what you know is working. Then you can focus on another area. Once you've gone down the path of focusing on one area, then you can add on to another. Imagine this like a service station where you buy your gas, where you buy, in my country, where you buy petrol. They have a petrol station that provides petrol. Then sometimes they add on, people are coming in for petrol, so maybe we could add food. And then you see the food added onto the side. You're adding it on to what you're already doing, what is already working, and that it helps you to reinvest in the company again. So you found your gold here, you've dived deep on it, and now you're then saying, okay, it's working here, then we go on to another area. And what does it end up with? This is the biggest gold found in Australia, particular. This is your big piece of gold. But really, this took hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of hours of digging. And that's what you're getting your data from starting. People give up too soon. People think that it's as simple as everyone says it is. But you are mining gold to find those keywords that actually bring your business and bring money in the door. That's what it's all about. How many leads turn into money? How much money do they turn into? And once you've got it right in one area, only and only then you focus on another area. Hey, this is Paul Easton. If you want to check me out, check out pauleaston.com. And I have a free course which I've dropped down the bottom here about getting more leads for service businesses. Hey, I hope this find is useful. Different twist on what a Google Ads tutorial would be, but this, it gets you to understand the game. And that's really the key. Bye for now and have a great day.